Spooky. Welcome to the next stage of NIK West pedalboard craziness. These are completely exaggerated porn boards. They're very tiny, not a lot of pedals on here, but we're going crazy with the best switcher looper on the market. Haven't tried the gig rig yet, but for what we want to do, this is the perfect one because it fits the board perfectly, and the pedal order doesn't matter because we can switch it with the ES8 by Boss. So we're going crazy, which means we have drilled holes, we have made the pedals so that they can actually be screwed in. Be aware that if you want to take off the pedals in the middle, the Pussy power supply will have to come off first. So we're gonna have to find out a decent order to put these together. The board is purple. I want to thank my friend Stefan Kernbach and his team at Mignon Painting Business in Aslar, Malermeister Mignon. They do amazing work, and they usually paint, houses and interiors, but they put in a lot of effort to do this, to make this board purple so that it actually, stays on you and you don't scratch it off. So this is a very, very special kind of thing. Right now, we don't have the Rockboard logo on here, but we have logos. I had someone make these, and Andrea, the very nice person that did this, will come by and help me put it on there. So on the board, we will have a NIK West in her logo. It will be on the board, but these big ones are actually for the case, so that her roadies know exactly that it is hers. They'll be everywhere. We actually might even try the Rockboard in silver. And we have a NIK West in silver. This is all very, very intricate work that I don't want to do because I don't know how to do it. And this, yes, no shit, this is gonna go on the side of the case. So, yeah, this is a little bit overdone, but it's neat and we have a lot of fun with this project. Question, is this all too stupid for a pedal board? Too much work for a pedal board? Yes, it freaking is, but it's for NIK. She's freaking cool. She deserves something that is special, and when you will see this, you will see this is special. Like her. Not, short bus special, not special bus special like Phil X is. No, this is NIK special. So, first thing I'm gonna do here, Leslie's gonna join me in a while to help me put all these cables together from Evidence Audio, but we're gonna start with putting the ES8s on here.
Don't treat me like a little girl. I crossed the Rocky Mountains. I felt each stone beneath my feet to reach for you, my lover. I had to get sick.
So yeah, the Pussy Power comes with the new kind of mounting plate. The only problem with that is that the new kind of mounting plate cannot be mounted like the old one. It can only be mounted this way, which is kind of weird. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but I'm thinking, nope, doesn't work. So luckily I had two of the old mounting plates in a drawer, so we're good. But that is definitely something, if you wanted to use the old mounting style to mount it to the side on an old board, you cannot use the new plate, which is kind of a drawback. So Paul Cioks, please fix this. Luckily I had two of the old ones, which were mine, and they're gone now. So we continue. We're gonna get all this mounting stuff out of the way and store the little niblets and everything. Now, one thing I want to do is, if we've got a pedal in the middle here, it's gonna be very difficult to plug something into the output of the ES8 because it will have to be, if you have a straight plug, it goes in here, the pedal is in the way. So you need to have the cable going to your amp has to have an angled cable, otherwise it doesn't work. And for me, that's too high of a risk. What if you do not have an angled cable with you? What if they forgot it? They are definitely more rare. So what I'm doing is, I got these Neutrik jacks right here. No, the plug, the whatever, that thing. And I've got a very high-end Neutrik angled plug and some very nice summer cable. And I'm going to, where'd it go? Here. Actually make an output cable that is firmly on the board, actually glued onto the board, but going into the output jack of the ES8. And for that, I've already dremeled away a little bit of paint here, so I have the bare metal. And now I'm gonna solder these cables in a short length, and this is actually gonna go right here, so that they can go put the board on the floor, plug in, and hopefully this is solid enough so that this will, you can actually pull this back to release the cable. We're gonna find out. So I will do this right now.
Oh, make me weak, but when I saw you that day, I thought I'm losing it, so don't treat me like a little girl. I feel much more than you know.
So here we are. We have two of these now. One thing that hasn't worked is I've been trying to make a cable that has an angled plug from the output going to a jack or plug, no, actually a plug here, so that we can just have this over here and don't have to have a special angled plug. For some reason I haven't been able to solder that because I'm an idiot. I talked to Noir, they don't know what's wrong. We're gonna try this again and I have to order a couple more jacks and plugs and all this because I think I messed it up. So that's missing. Stickers are missing. I just put the zip ties on at the bottom. This board is as solid as it comes. There's nothing wiggling, jaggling, anything. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. I've tested this and the second one works beautifully. I decided to make one with the Bass Octave Deluxe from MXR and the other one with the EBS. So we have two boards where we can actually compare. Because actually taking this off and on is a little bit complicated because in the position where it's at, we're gonna have to take the pussy power off as well. It's doable, takes about 5 minutes, but it's not a, you know, put it back on. So we have two boards and we can compare, and the most important thing is NIK can compare. If she wants to replace one of the two on one of the boards, I will guide her through it and explain to her how this is done. So, NIK, there's gonna be tutorials for you anyway, how to program this and all this. Everything you need to know, it'll be in a video. So let's look at the board. A little bit heavy. So here's the board. It's as clean as it possibly can be. There's obviously very little small jacks on here. Everything is going underneath. So you can see pretty much only cables in this area. And you can see a lot of purple, which is really what I wanted. A lot of purple. There's a very inexpensive purple cable here, which is running to the tuner, which is underneath, which actually works perfectly. You can totally see this when it's on. It's on the side, but it works beautifully. I've tested the board, works nice. And on the back, let's see. So the power cable's coming out here. This is working nicely. A little bit of fiddling to switch it out, but it's fully doable. You can see the pussy power is on these two screws, free floating, but that also means you can pull cables underneath if you have to. You can see the purple cable is coming here into the Polytune, which is actually secured on this piece of metal, which we also painted purple. So from the side, you can see this is how the Polytune actually is under the board. It's a pretty stupidly complex way of doing it, but that way we have it on there. So here's all the cables, which I'm also securing underneath the pussy power, which is not a big problem because we tested the pussy power for interference and it really didn't give us any problems. So it's secure to do that. And I zip tied them. This is about as clean as I can possibly make it. It would be nicer to actually make these power cables to perfect length, which, yes, you can do with the gig rig system. We can't do here. I could have, you know, cut them and resoldered them or something. But hey, this absolutely works and it's not too much. And then right here on this one, I'm actually going underneath the pedal, which the cable is usually too fat to do that. So you can see the pedal is slightly lifting up, but because of my screw system, it's pushing on the cable and I can't move this at all. So this is really neat. And on the outsides, you can see that the cables are actually going through the board, because we can push the cable through and then put the jack on there. So it looks like this. The cable is actually going through the board. Not the most serviceable idea, but it absolutely works, and you shouldn't have to service these. And if you do have to, you open the jack, pull out the cable, pull the cable through the board. So if you really have to, this is possible. Same thing here. You can see that the cable is going actually through the side of the board. I know this is all completely ridiculous, but you know what? Nick's hair is freaking ridiculous. The woman is ridiculous. She has ridiculous talent. She's ridiculously beautiful. And I think she deserves a board that is as freaking ridiculous as she is. I just love to say ridiculous. Because the eye, you can actually point. Ridiculous. You know? If Leslie does that, only bats can hear it. It's crazy. Ridiculous. So this is what the board is. And we're gonna be more ridiculous. With putting nice stickers on it, making this, and this little lid here that's on one of the holes kind of falls out. We're gonna glue that in. This is all completely crazy. What is cool is when I tested it, and there's gonna be a video where we'll test these boards with the big ass Warwick system. That we've just put the Vortex on there from TC to kind of, you know, say, hey TC, we like what you do. We're not gonna use it, because who needs a flanger on a bass? They actually wanted to give us the chorus. That's actually the truth. And I said, hey, no, don't give us a chorus because green doesn't fit into my color scheme. Give us the Vortex because it's beautifully purple. We're not going to use it anyway. I think I was wrong about this. I think once NIK turns the Vortex on in flanger mode, she's going to find out that it gives her a really cool, it's not the swoosh, swoosh kind of flanger sound. It's a very subtle depth and size that the bass all of a sudden gets. It's actually very cool, and out of all the pedals on here, I have to say that this is one where I didn't expect it to be this damn cool. The envelope filter, of course, is cool. As for the Octave, I'm still not sure whether it's the EBS or the MXR. I gotta say the MXR is sexier with its blue and size and all this. Not sure yet. We're gonna have to do some serious playing. This is it. For me, this is the board so far. There'll be a couple more videos actually finishing it up, stickering it up, and obviously testing it, which is the thing you really want to hear. How does this small, technically very, very simple board actually work? I mean, we have like hours of video about a board with 5 pedals on it. I know I'm an idiot, but who's the bigger idiot? The idiot in front of the camera or the idiot sitting there watching the idiot? I don't know. You tell me. No, seriously, I love you guys. I love you. Stay there. See ya.